Yeah, so today I want to talk about this unique melody, Mest MK2, one of the legendary sets in the hobby. And I believe it's unique melody are not making this set anymore since they came out with the Mest Mark III. I have confirmed this myself with them back in I think December. They referred me to Music Tech. They said there's this guy Andrew. He has good collection of IAMs and he's an authorized dealer to sell our product. Just reach out to him and he will give you a good discount. And I think I got them as for $900 as brand new. He had like 40% discount on it. I think right now is like 33% as you see in the site. And it's been the discount been there for a long time, I think until the supply lasts. And yeah, you could order it in 2.5, 3.5. I'm not really sure if all of them are available. Yeah, so the 2.5 balanced is not available, the 4.4, and then the 3.5. And I wouldn't even know why somebody would get the 3.5. You may as well just go with the balanced, for better power and scalability. Yeah, but this IAM I think comes with one bone conductor, two ESTs for the ultra high, you know, frequencies, and then you have two BAs for the mids and two BAs for high frequencies. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it says in there. Comes with a like premium cable. I love the cable. Let me pull up the set because we have the set in here. Comes in this beautiful case and amazing build quality. Like, the cable matching the set. Like, I love when cables match, like, the set that you're getting. You see, it's made of like, this carbon fiber finish. It's a little bit like shiny and definitely from the driver count, I wouldn't say it's a huge, shells, but it kind of little bit goes deep into your ear. And as you see, I'm using the SpinFits CB100. This is my favorite ear tips as it boosts the bass a little bit. Yeah, so sonically, I mean, I feel like the Mest is one of the best IAMs that I've heard. It's that gatekeeper between, like, the IAMs that under 1,000 and IAMs that go for 3,000. And it sounds really amazing. It does everything well. We're gonna look at the graph, but just for like, generally it sounds good. And it's a little bit warm, has some warmth to it. Definitely it's a brighter set, but it does have some warm qualities, has good bass, has good mid and sub bass. But what is most notable about this set is it's very sparkly triple. It's just so exciting triple, The high frequencies like triple in this IAM is so exciting. It so keeps things, very like spicy. It's not a set that you could use. Like when I use this set, after 2 hours, okay, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is really piercing, It's not a, it's an all-rounder and it's a set you could use on a go, but definitely it's a set that could get aggressive for people that like treble sensitive. If you're a bass head and a treble head, I think this set would be like perfect. You will not face any issues with it. For me, I sometimes feel like the shells are like in a like bigger side. Sometimes I feel like they're on the bigger side, but changing the ear tips could fix this. And the thing is about this set, it's so, tip sensitive. So you roll out with a lot of tips, it will change the sound signature, and it will change things around. And I hate that. I love when IAMs come with like, stock tips and cables. I mean, you don't have to roll out, because in this hobby, like, cables do matter and make a difference, and tips do matter and make a difference, and then the source do make a difference. It's just so many factors that sometimes it's a headache to deal with. But all in all, I think it comes with a good cable that, I feel like, is really, I have not trying to, cable roll with this IM. And the thing is, I've gotten different IMs in the past, and when I trying to plug in and unplug those two pins, I feel like, they do degrade and they don't fit as well since the first time. So that's why I'm not planning into, cable roll with my expensive IMs, because I know after a while they will be so loose, the connector, and then it will just fall out easily out of my ear, and it's just like a nightmare to deal with. And I know some companies nowadays, they do have a technology like 64 audio, or for audio they have like this technology that renders 1,000 times protection, which is called rigid technology. But for me, I'm not cable rolling with this, because I think that cable is decent enough. I think this cable costs like $600 just to get this cable alone, and it's an amazing cable. And it's just like, if you find the right ear tips, then you're gold, and you don't have to, you know, find the like perfect tip for like the best sonic performance. But for me, the SpinFits CB100 is the best. In terms of comparison with other like sets that I have the Elysian acoustic, Gaia, and the Gaia is similar to the Mest, an exception of, let me show you guys the Gaia. Comes in this blue finish, beautiful caps, and I do love the Gaia. The Gaia is a bit different from the Mest. It's more of a energetic listen. It's more aggressive than the Mest. It basically is the Mest, but is tuned in a way that is more aggressive, way aggressive than the Mest. And I do appreciate both sets. I feel like, the Gaia offers great listen using it in mid volume, where you're not really cranking it up to 100, because it will just, everything will get harsh and symbolic and details. It's just way too much. But using it in like mid volume, maybe less than mid volume, like 30, like 25%, it would be more than enough. And I think it does render more details than the Mest. But all in all, I feel like the Mest is a better set, because it has better like instrument separation, and I think its soundstage is just like more holographic, more, even though the imaging and the soundstage sometimes are not making sense on the Mest, because sometimes Mest will present certain image or certain point of instrument at a places or location that don't make any sense for me. Like, sometimes sounds will be coming from your back, left back, and it just don't make any sense for the sound to come from there. Using different IMs, you will see like that will change drastically. But all in all, I think it's a good set. Sources that I have used the best and found the best performance is the Hybe R8, which is this dab right here, which I did the review of yesterday, and also the Quistyle M15 and the Cayenne RU7. This was the best synergy. Honestly, this like made the the presentation just so huge and expensive. And this dongle is so underrated. And this is the Quistyle M15, the oldest version. I know they just came out with a newer one. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe higher capabilities into DSD decoding or something. But for me, Quistyle M15 definitely great dongle. And it happens to work with iPhone just perfectly. You could lower or use the volume knob very easily. And yeah, so the Mest for me is definitely one of those sets that you could get and really call it a day and just retire from this hobby, because it does everything fantastically. It has good sound stage, it has good bass, it has good treble, good instrument separation, and it's ergonomic. The cable is good, the shells are not, they're made very well. I think this set will definitely last you for more than 5 years easily if you take care of it. I don't listen to it as much now, but I think it's going to be my daily driver once I start going back to work, and it will be my set that I'm going to be using for daily along with the Gaia. So I'm gonna interchange those. I think those going to be my two sets. I always prefer like a little bit brighter sets sometimes to take them out with me. And I also got in, the Fur Audio Radon 6, which I think, the comparison, we could look at the graph. As you see here, I have, the Elysian Acoustic in purple, the Fur Audio in yellow, and then the Mest in blue. And, you see that the Gaia has, so much, upper mid, energy. It's a little bit forwarded. And it's a harsh set, could be very harsh set, but it definitely is a unique set that I have in my collection. Unlike the Mest, is a bit relaxed, a bit, has some warmth. And the Fur Audio is just in a different level. The Fur Audio has, a little bit relaxed treble on the red filter. I feel like the red filter presents the best because I've tried the silver and I've tried the yellow one or the gold one, and it just felt like the gold one made it closed and the silver one just made the treble too exciting. And if I wanted that, just go to the Mest. And the red filter is just made this like whole presentation way huge sound stage, huge 3D feel. And it's just like, that the Fur Audio RN6, I think is just one of the things that when I bought into my ear, I was like, yeah, man, this is definitely a 3000 IEM. And comparing it to the Mest, I think technically, in terms of technicalities and like, instrument separation and things of that sort, they're not far off. But like, I feel like the Radon, what makes it special is the perfect imaging, perfect sound stage, perfect resolution, and it just renders more details, very smoothly without even trying, because that treble is not really hitting you hard or getting too spicy, and still you're getting a lot of information out of track more than anything else that I have dealt with before. Even the bass, decay and bass texture is just so exciting, so natural, so lifelike. And I just don't understand how Fur Audio did this, because to get an IM to sound natural but yet to still have this bass, quality and mid bass slam and sub bass rumble without, muttering or affecting the other frequencies, it's crazy to me. And as you see here from the graph, the Fur Audio has more mid bass than these two sets, and it goes into gradual glide and then goes down, and has like a little bit energy in the mids. But the tonalities are not something that is really odd. For me, I feel like it's tuned very perfectly, where you gain a lot of information, a lot of clarity and details. And you do get that with the Mest as well, but the Mest is a definitely different set, where it relies on this, sparkly, very exciting treble with good bass presentation, where the Radon 6 is like, has this relaxed, treble, but still giving you a lot of information, a lot of details, a lot of clarity, a lot of texture quality. But and then with that kinetic bass, it's hitting you hard, that the bass almost feel physical, And I'll do a review later on the Radon 6, because honestly I could talk about this set for hours and hours, because it's just an amazing set and it does everything right. To me, it's the superior set. But in terms of the Mest, and the Gaia, you know, definitely, they sit at the same table, but like they tuned differently. The Gaia definitely is not it's a definitely a V-shaped, bright set that also has a lot of details, a lot of like, good clarity. But I could see a lot of people not liking this tonality or feeling like this is not a good set because it's so harsh, it's so exciting, it's so energetic. This is definitely not a set where you use and you want to sleep. This is a set that you want to wake up. You feel like, it replicates this club feel, it replicates this excitement feel. Where the Mest, I think, no, the Mest is more of your detail-oriented piece that could be used, could be used every day, could be used, in so many scenarios for me. But for me, the Gaia works even well as an all-rounder because, me understanding that different volume, level will make or break a set. So for the Mest, you could crank it up, no issues, and you still will have no issues with the set. But with the Gaia, I think you need to, first of all, find a good source that will tame that treble a little bit. And, don't go past 50% of volume steps because it just will get so harsh. Unless if you have a source that is so organic and natural, like the Hybrid RA version 2, then I think it will be more relaxed. And so many people will refer like, the Gaia with certain sources, it will sound very close to the Annihilator, from the same company, which at least in acoustic, close to the Annihilator 2021. So I think the Hybrid R8 version 2 gets you close to that, according to one of my friends, and also the Cayenne RU6 with the no sampling, no oversampling, filter. So yeah, I mean, you cannot go, wrong with the Mest. I think Mest is really best when it comes to, details, clarity, bass. And for me, the reference is I listen to hip hop, rock, reggae, EDM. And nowadays, I just feel like I'm listening to more reggae and reggaeton in general because it's just like the bass in there just gives you a lot of bass, a lot of spiciness. And all of these sets will be good. And if I would rank them, I would say, the Fur Audio would be number 1, the Mest number 2, and then the Gaia number 3. The Gaia goes for 1,300, could be also purchased from Music Tech. The Fur Audio, I think it's almost completely sold out. I think Bloom Audio has, a couple of sets that are B stock. As far as I know, they told me that I purchased the last Universal set, from them, and I purchased it full price. And the Mest goes for 1,000. So for me, for the Mest is no brainer. For the Gaia, I think Gaia got it for 1,000 as well. I think it had the discount back in December. So just depending on the discounts and how much you could, purchase a set. For me, I don't do used. If you want to do used, then you could probably get the Gaia for 600 and the Mest probably around the same price. But yeah, so to conclude, I mean, the Mest is a great set. If you want a set that does everything good, has good bass, good sound stage, good layering, good separation, and is very easy to drive, I would just suggest getting the Mest. If you have any questions, specific questions about like certain tracks, certain type of music, drop them in the comment. I will test it out and get back to you. But the Mest, yeah, definitely sits at the same table as the Gaia and the Fur Audio, and they all sit at the same table. But I feel like, the edge is definitely for the Fur Audio because of its quality and the bass texture. But that goes into another video that I'm gonna do for the Fur Audio. So next we're gonna do the Gaia review. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Let me know how I could improve. Let me know what you wanna see next. Thank you so much.